Beneath the canopy of the Amazon lies a world we were never meant to survive. Not merely strange, not merely alien, dangerous. As we descend deeper, crossing the sunlit canopy, then the shadowed understory, then the forest floor, then into the water and soil beneath it, the creatures we encounter don't just get stranger, they get deadlier. We've sent rovers to Mars, we've mapped distant galaxies, but the Amazon, the most biodiverse killing ground on Earth, we formally identified less than 10% of what lives within it. We know more about the surface of the moon than we do about what is hunting, parasitizing, and dissolving prey in the darkest layers of the world's largest rainforest. And what we have found should give us pause. At the top, the Amazon announces itself in color and noise. Sunlight ignites the canopy in a continuous explosion of green. Macaws cut through the air. Howler monkeys rattle the treetops at volumes that carry 3 miles through the jungle. It feels alive. It feels almost welcoming. It is neither. This is the canopy, and its most dangerous resident doesn't announce itself at all. The Brazilian wandering spider does not build webs and wait. It hunts, on foot, through the canopy, the understory, the forest floor, and increasingly through human homes. It is the most venomous spider on Earth. Its venom attacks the nervous system with a speed and completeness that makes most other spider venoms seem mild. In children, a single bite without immediate treatment is frequently fatal. In adults, it causes immediate agonizing pain, then paralysis, then respiratory failure. It does not retreat when encountered. It rears up, front legs raised, and moves toward the threat. Scientists who study it describe its aggression as remarkable, even by the standards of venomous spiders. It has been found in shipments of bananas crossing international borders, discovered in homes across South America, encountered in shoes, in clothing, in the dark corners of rooms. It does not stay in the jungle. It follows humans into their spaces. And it is always the one that finds you first. High in the same canopy, the bullet ant conducts its own kind of warfare. Colonies of thousands guard the bases of trees. A single sting from a bullet ant is rated the most painful insect sting on Earth. The Schmidt Pain Index, a scale scientists created specifically to rank insect sting pain, places the bullet ant alone at its highest level, described as pure, intense, brilliant pain. Like walking over flaming charcoal with a 3-inch nail embedded in your heel, lasting up to 24 hours. From a single ant, colonies number in the thousands. In a world where you cannot see the ground for the vegetation, where every branch and root system is a potential colony, where a misplaced hand in the dark sends hundreds of them into simultaneous attack, the canopy is not a place for carelessness. This is the threshold, the bright, loud, beautiful entrance to a place that has been perfecting the art of killing for 65 million years. Drop below the canopy and the light begins to die. We are now in the understory. A permanent twilight. Damp, close, still. The noise of the canopy fades. Down here, things do not announce themselves. The Bushmaster waits. The longest venomous snake in the Americas, stretching up to 4 meters, lies motionless among fallen leaves for days at a time. It does not need to see you. Heat-sensing pits along its jaw detect the warmth of a body in total darkness. It feels you approaching before you take your final step. Its venom is hemotoxic. It destroys tissue, breaks down blood vessel walls, causes the body to essentially begin bleeding from the inside. Without treatment, the fatality rate is significant. In remote areas of the Amazon, treatment is rarely close. It kills through patience, but patience requires waiting. Some predators here operate on a different principle entirely. The electric eel is not an eel. It is more closely related to a catfish. It breathes air, surfacing every few minutes to gulp oxygen. It navigates in near total darkness using weak electrical fields it generates constantly, building a living map of everything around it. And when it hunts, or when it is threatened, it deploys something that should not be possible in a biological organism. 860 volts, enough to stun a horse, enough to stop a human heart. Recent research revealed something even more unsettling. The electric eel doesn't simply discharge and retreat. It can curl its body around a target, bringing both ends of its electric organ into simultaneous contact, effectively doubling the voltage delivered. It has evolved a technique, a deliberate, calculated hunting method. In the murky, lightless water threading through the understory, you will not see it until it has already decided. The jaguar moves through the same shadows. The only big cat in the Americas. The only big cat on Earth that kills by crushing the skull. Not the throat like a lion. Not the spine like a leopard. The skull. Its bite force is the strongest of any cat relative to its size, capable of piercing the shell of a river turtle, the armored hide of a caiman, the cranium of a human being. It does not roar and charge. It stalks in absolute silence through dense vegetation, approaching from behind, from the side, from the water. Indigenous communities in the deepest Amazon report that you never hear it before it strikes. The jaguar does not frequently attack humans, but in the parts of the Amazon where it still moves freely and has had no reason to fear people, it does not treat humans as anything other than prey. The understory does not announce its dangers. It conceals them in silence, in stillness, in things that are already closer than you realize. Below the understory, the forest floor is a different category of threat entirely. No light, no horizon, no open ground. The air barely moves. Everything smells of rot and soil and something older than either. This is where the Amazon stops being mysterious and starts being merciless. The black caiman grows to 6 meters, the largest predator in the Amazon ecosystem. It does not chase. It waits at the water's edge, submerged to its eyes, body temperature matched to the surrounding water, producing no heat signature for anything to detect. It has patrolled this forest in essentially the same form for millions of years. Evolution looked at it and decided nothing needed changing. When it moves once. There is no second chance. The Amazonian giant centipede reaches 30 centimeters in length. It hunts at night. It climbs. It has been documented scaling cave ceilings to snatch bats mid-flight, seizing them with its front legs, injecting venom while still hanging upside down. Its venom causes immediate intense pain, necrosis of tissue, and in documented cases involving humans has been fatal. It does not avoid humans. It does not retreat from disturbance. Its response to threat is aggression. It is armor-plated, multi-legged, fast, and venomous. And it is essentially invisible against the forest floor until it is already on you. Then there is the human botfly. It is not large. It is not venomous. It does not chase you. It doesn't need to. The botfly captures a mosquito mid-flight and deposits its eggs onto the mosquito's body. When that mosquito lands on human skin to feed, the warmth triggers the eggs to hatch instantly. The larvae burrow in. They establish themselves just beneath the surface of the skin, where they breathe through a small hole they maintain in the flesh above them. They feed, they grow, for 6 to 8 weeks. People who have experienced it describe feeling movement beneath their skin. A shifting, a pressure. A rhythmic sensation that has no equivalent in normal human experience. The larva must be removed carefully and completely. If it ruptures during extraction, the wound becomes severely infected. In the deep Amazon where medical care is days away, botfly infestation is not an emergency. It is simply a fact of being there. Your skin is not just yours anymore. Something else has decided to use it. And beneath the leaf litter, silent and brilliant and patient, sits the golden poison dart frog. The size of a paperclip, it carries enough toxin on the surface of its skin to kill 10 adult humans simultaneously. Not through a bite, not through a sting, through contact alone. The toxin binds to nerve cells and prevents them from ever switching off, locking the nervous system in a state of continuous firing until the heart stops. There is no antidote. Indigenous hunters of the Amazon have used it on blow darts for centuries, wiping a dart tip across the frog's back before loading it. The frog does not need to do anything. It simply needs to be touched. It sits in plain sight, bright yellow, the most honest warning in the natural world. Everything that has ever ignored that warning is no longer alive to remember it. Beneath the forest floor, beneath the root systems, and the compressed centuries of leaf fall, the Amazon reaches its deepest and most invisible layer. The soil, the rivers threading through it, the black water channels cutting beneath the trees. And here, the danger becomes something that has no face at all. The candiru is a small, nearly transparent catfish, barely the size of a toothpick. It is a parasite. It locates hosts by detecting traces of blood and biological compounds in the water, following the gradient upstream to its source with a precision that functions like a targeting system. It is documented to enter the body cavities of larger fish. The accounts of its interactions with humans in Amazon river systems are among the most disturbing in any biological literature. It is invisible in the water. It is drawn to you specifically. And once it has located you, its backward-pointing spines make removal without surgical intervention essentially impossible. In the rivers beneath the Amazon, the danger is not what you can see. It is what you cannot. The giant anaconda moves through these same waters, the heaviest snake on Earth, documented at lengths exceeding 8 meters and weights approaching 250 kilograms. It does not use venom, it uses mass and muscle and water, ambushing from below the surface, coiling, tightening with each exhaled breath until the chest can no longer expand. Its jaw accommodates prey that seems geometrically impossible. It kills through physics, and in the deepest layers of the Amazon soil, bacteria operate with a quiet lethality that dwarfs everything above them. Flesh-eating bacterial strains present in Amazon waterways cause necrotizing fasciitis, a condition that destroys soft tissue faster than surgeons can operate. In remote regions, a cut, a scratch, a small wound becomes a race between medicine and biology. In parts of the Amazon, where medicine is days away, biology frequently wins. The deeper you go, the smaller the threat becomes, and the smaller it becomes, the less you can fight it. For all we have mapped, the Amazon remains the most dangerous ecosystem on Earth, covering 2.5 million square miles. More venomous species per acre than any comparable habitat. More parasitic organisms. More chemical weapons deployed by plants, fungi, insects, and bacteria than any laboratory has yet cataloged. And we have formally identified less than a fraction of them. Each new expedition returns with species previously unknown to science. Spiders with venom compounds that target biology we didn't know was targetable. Bacteria that consume materials we once considered inert. Parasites whose life cycles are so complex and so specifically adapted to the human body that scientists question how long they have been evolving alongside us. The deeper you go, the more the Amazon reveals a single overwhelming truth. This forest did not evolve for us. It did not evolve around us. It evolved for 65 million years in our complete absence, building systems of predation, parasitism, and chemical warfare of a complexity we are only beginning to read. We are not at the top of this food chain. We are not even fully aware of all the chains. The greatest danger the Amazon poses may not be the caiman, or the wandering spider, or the candiru. It may be our certainty that we understand it. We don't, not yet. And in a forest this old, this deep, and this alive, that uncertainty is the most dangerous thing of all. These are not just secrets worth discovering. They are secrets that are, even now, still discovering us. Asking for support always feels a bit uncomfortable, so I'll make this quick. These videos are made from genuine passion, and I want to keep pushing what this channel can become. Stronger visuals, more rigorous research, stories that actually make you feel something. Please consider subscribing, liking, and leaving a nice comment below. Genuinely, thank you.